The feminization of the MCU, M-She-U, whatever you want to call it at this point, continues. Really, really funny. We actually had a Disney shareholders call yesterday where a bunch of different people called in and complained about the wokeness Disney is imparting upon everything. And Disney completely ignored it. They just brushed it off their shoulders. And of course, Nelson Peltz, who was trying to take things over and actually right the ship at Disney, got shot down. I don't understand. The major shareholders, well, I guess, these are other conglomerate companies, evil corporations that really do just care about pushing this evil agenda of feminism, of wokeness, over and over and over again, above profits and above even keeping the other shareholders happy. It's nonsensical. Maybe they're shorting their own stocks. I have no idea what's going on, but in the midst of all this, they announced that they're going to have a female Silver Surfer in the MCU. Now, Fandom Pulse, my website, actually reported that there was a rumor about this going on about 2 months ago. We got pretty much ignored on that front, and we were right again as Disney is pushing this agenda even further and further into the movies. Now, Fantastic Four is looking like it's going to be a disaster. But honestly, if they're going to put Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic, he's not Mr. Fantastic. Come on, guys. It's already bad enough as it is. But let's get into the current news in just a moment. My name is John Delarose. I am the editor-in-chief of FandomPulse.com. I'm, of course, bringing you all the pop culture entertainment news that you guys need. Please bookmark that link, Fandom Pulse. And of course, I am a writer myself. I make my own comics. If you want something that's a little different without the wokeness, please go to my web store in the description below or join the Subscribe Star. Help us produce our comics that are going to compete with Disney over the next coming decades. Really appreciate you guys being early adopters here and getting in. You are amazing, and thank you for the support over the years. So let's get into this. Disney feminizes Silver Surfer, revealing the casting of Shalla-Bal replacement character for the MCU. Yes, once again, we have this. Now, this is the original Shalla-Bal Silver Surfer. This was done in a side event called Earth X, which was an alternative universe. And of course, Disney is leaning into the whole multiverse thing to try to make this happen. And what you'll get when the woke people love, this character already exists in the comics, is how they like to do things. Well, they try to create the comics to do this at this point. It's a vicious cycle of awful wokeness over and over and over again. I think there needs to be a list of all the race, gender swapped people in the MCU at this point, but it would take hours and hours and hours and hours to compile that. I mean, we've got female Loki, we've got female Thor, we've got female Hawkeye, we've got female Black Iron Man coming up now soon. We've got, how many more can you go through? Leave some in the comments down below. I'd love to see an exhaustive list of this. Has somebody done this before? Oh my gosh, maybe I'll have to sit down and actually do that. But now we have Shalla-Bal becoming the Silver Surfer. Now, Silver Surfer in the original comics was Norrin Radd, and Shalla-Bal was his lover, and he's the one that he wanted to rescue her from Galactus and the planet, and so he became the Herald in order to save her, knowing he'd probably never be able to see her again. And most of the Silver Surfer comic is him longing after her, wishing he could reunite with her back on their home planet. She's the princess that he saves. Very classic storytelling. And of course, they changed this now because they just want this feminist, gross narrative all over everything. Now, the casting of this character, I don't know. I mean, it's Julia Garner, and she's, I guess, a pretty popular actress or whatever. Not really her fault. I mean, she actually might be able to be a decent Sue Storm or something like this, or she'd be a fine Shalla-Bal if Shalla-Bal was not the Silver Surfer, I'm sure. But honestly, her becoming the Silver Surfer is just an affront to comics fans once more. They're shoving this stuff directly in our faces over and over and over again, and they're saying, you're going to like it. You better consume or you're a bigot. And this is what they do every single time. I mean, even Captain Marvel is a sex-swapped character, if you think about it. The original Captain Marvel, I know they like to erase this in Marvel history, was a man also. And that's kind of what started this flood of this over and over and over again through these Disney movies, and they keep doing it repeatedly, and this is it. Now, what's interesting is the audiences have very much tuned out at this point. Nobody's watching anything like Echo on Disney+. People have been not going to the theaters over the last few iterations. We know The Marvels was a just abject failure, and so we can expect very, very similar. I mean, this is a fourth reboot of the Fantastic Four. They just can't get it right because they just can't do honor to Jack Kirby and Stan Lee's original vision. And that's all people really want out of this, isn't it? Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.